Hello, some gamer musician here, and I'm going to be let's playing I Divine Cybermancy. It's a pretty fun game, but sadly it's got way too much of a learning curve, and so there's a really fun game in here. It's just really hard for new people to get at. And I'm going to make a new character and try to walk you through the steps so you can see what I mean. So yeah, first we start here. I've got one other character on this computer, but I'm not going to be using them. Obviously this is where you name your character. We're going to name him, Shell. Why not? Here's where things get weird compared to other games. You've got 3 different genes that you can control to make your DNA profile. There's the first one, which adds to hacking, medicine, and mental balance, lowers strength and endurance. They raise and lower stats over here on this under skills. And the thing is, they don't directly do it, they just give you a chance to add to them. So when I hit genetic fusion here, you'll notice that the stuff on the right is changing. So what I'm going to do is keep this as the second one, so it's giving me a bonus to strength and endurance, and a penalty to hacking and medicine. This gives me a bonus to hacking, medicine, and mental balance for a penalty to strength and endurance. And I'm going to set this one to normal, which gives me small bonuses and malices in all characteristics. Actually, I'm going to do it for Metastruum, which gives high bonus and malice and everything. And I'll just click this until I get everything above average. Which, if it takes too long, I'll just go and change it to normal. Because, yeah, okay. See, everything except for superhuman reflex is now green. So I'm above average for things. And accept character. You're an odd place where dreams and reality intersect. What this is it's the area that you show up every time you start campaign. If you walk through the portal over there, it's labeled Wake Up at the moment. It starts the campaign since I'm a new character. But if I were a character that had played before, I'd be jumping back into where I had been. This is also slightly important in multiplayer because it's where you start multiplayer campaign games. And you'd have someone to talk to here who could basically choose whose file you're using. Yeah, the mentor is your teacher, is that should be fairly self-explanatory. Because I'm focusing more on trying to explain the game mechanics, and because most of the story is based on going through text boxes, and they don't actually have English voices going, I'm just going to give you sort of general summaries of what's going on. So if you want to know what the details are, like the finer details that I don't get into, either look it up somewhere else online or play the game yourself, because there are aspects about it. I'll be giving the general overview, but they just keep throwing names around, and from the point I've played to, it really doesn't come up again. So yeah, I'm just sort of waking up for the first time in this cave, activating my instruction manual, and that's going to be fun. As you can see here, there's 23 different video tutorials, one of which is how to use the tutorial menu. And the saddest part is they aren't even voiced, so they don't teach you much of anything. And it's what makes this game so difficult for people to pick up and play. Anyhow, something I'm going to advise. I've already done this on this computer, but if you're just starting out, I'm going to go to Options. I'm going to say Use Defaults here. And I'm going to go down and show you something. First of all, change fire mode. I changed fire mode to G, And the reason for that is because the use key is enter by default. And the use key is how you pick up items, it's how you use some, it's how you talk to people, it's how you pick up items. You just don't want to have to reach across the entire keyboard to do that every time. Like here, I'd have to press enter to pick up my first gun. And I hit F to pick up the ammo, and I'm going to go on my merry way. And it wants me to watch tutorials again, which, that's ridiculous. Part of the problem is it's got a hard to deal with tutorial interface, and it also feels the need to teach you things that you really should already know without teaching you the things that are different about the game. Anyhow, I'm just sort of going on a rail here, since there's nowhere else to go. I mean, that's the thing, is it's based on the source engine. So I think we know how to jump and crouch. Anyhow, first ending of the game, here's a hint. Click is shooting. But yeah, okay. Or it's running away. That works. Yeah, those are monsters called Metastromonic Force. I'm not entirely clear where they come from, but to some degree they are based on driving people insane, from what I've picked up. Okay, I could press the T key to watch the cyber jump tutorial. Instead, I'm going to press C to bring up this quick panel, and I'm going to configure the selection panel now. There's these various things here that I can deal with, and I'm not sure why I have some of these unlocked, because some of them I shouldn't. Anyhow, this is cyber jump, and I can right-click to add it to the action shortcuts there. But first I'm going to add the flashlight shortcut and then the jump shortcut, because that's how I prefer to have it. But you'll see how I can't jump over it here, but, well, I almost can, which is kind of sad considering I probably shouldn't have it set that way. Anyhow, cyber boost jump, I hold down spacebar with that on, and okay. Okay, that's kind of funny. There we go. Yeah, just hold down spacebar longer and you jump higher. Just same thing as always. Press C again, go over to it, toggle it back off. Also, how you can tell it's a source game, it's got these turret things. Also, in case you're wondering what I just did, walk up to an object or prop and press the F key, or the use key, and you're basically picking it up with your mind, because you are a gravity gun, practically. A psionic gravity gun. So it's F to pick up, F to drop, or F to pick up and left click to throw. Aren't you glad that we're not using enter for this? Anyhow, I get in the elevator and call it up. Also, something to address now. There may be one or two glitches here that aren't going to be in the game if and when you play it, because I'm playing on a setup where it's ported to Mac using crossover. So, for example, normally you don't get glitches when using the iron sights by right-clicking. I, however, get this weird yellow thing, which makes it really hard to aim. So I'm not going to be using iron sights for anything, as much as I like to use them usually. But the iron sights do work normally for other people, from what I've seen. Also, another thing to address. Notice that in the lower right, you've got the ammo display. It's 9 shots in the clip, 3 clips left. Now I'm going to reload. 13 shots in the clip, 2 clips left. Reload. Reload. And now I am out of ammo, pretty much. Unlike most games, your bullets are gone when you reload. It doesn't keep clips around. Keep that in mind, because if you just keep to first-person shooter reflexes, you're probably going to run out of ammo fast. Anyhow, here's Dutch, saying I'm in bad shape, at least they found me. Bring me up to speed. I have to flee quickly in order to reach extraction. There's federal cops there, and there's also looters, because everything's pretty much gone to shit across the entire galaxy, as far as I can tell. Anyhow, how many of them are there? Small squad, there's looters in the sewers. They don't scare me. He's not coming with me. He has to go investigate the cave where I just was. And, yeah. Also, he brought a mobile armory with him.